We're one day closer to the official release of Dying Light 2. Preloads should officially be out across all platforms. People kept asking me what exactly preload means, and basically what it means is you're able to download a game before it's officially launched, so that way, let's say if it's a midnight release, come midnight, the game's unlocked, you can just play it. You don't have to wait an additional hour or so to download it. It's already there, you're just waiting for that timer to go down. Preload, prematurely download a game before it's officially out. That's all it means, and yes, you do have to actually buy the game in order to be able to preload. That's another question I was asked quite a bit. But the other big thing, as the majority of us probably could have guessed, there is in fact going to be a day one patch alongside Dying Light 2's release. How big is it going to be in terms of size? Is it going to change anything? Is it going to introduce some certain types of infected or new weapons that may be locked out of the early access versions of the game? And then once this update goes live, that stuff is introduced? Who really knows? Although Techland has made it a point that they are aware that a lot of people are getting their hands on early versions of Dying Light 2, they've kind of made it a point to try and encourage people to refrain from playing it until that day one patch goes live, basically saying it's the way Dying Light 2 was intended to be played. Of course, any developer would say that if their product is going to have more polish and shine to it, you know, you don't want to have your game coming out as a hot, buggy mess, and I expected something like this, but what really has me curious is specifically when it comes to Dying Light 2, seemingly a lot of content creators have gotten their hands on this game quite early, so I'm curious as to if there is some feedback going on from creators to developers behind the scenes. Whether if that is or isn't the case, we do know Techland has the ability to analyze data and how people are playing the game, so this could have been just like a quote-unquote soft launch to just see how story missions are playing out, how the infected operate in this situation versus that situation. Maybe it's too easy, maybe it's too hard, this or that might need a little bit more fine-tuning, and then all that stuff would be adjusted come day one for everyone to experience a smoother launch. Now in the grand scheme of things, this obviously doesn't make that much of a difference, but for me, I've always just found it interesting to see the evolution of a game, right? Prior to launch, during launch, and post-launch. Things that are changed, added, removed, how certain infecteds or enemies in any game really operated versus how they work once the game is finally out for the public. And plus, I feel like this gives a little bit of insight as to how Techland would analyze the data post-launch and how that might impact further DLC down the line. I mean, at the end of the day, as long as this day one patch isn't the size of any of Call of Duty's updates, I think we're good. Let me know what you guys think. You think I'm jumping a little too deep there and it's just really improvements, fixes, a little extra spit shine, or do you think they actually analyze some data? There might be some things changed that we may not know, but those that played early access at the very least might feel. Let me know what you think down in the comments section. Let's talk about all this. Before I go, I have a couple quick announcements. The first one is when Dying Light goes live, I am going to be live streaming. I know what you're thinking. Fuck you, I'm not gonna watch that, I'm gonna play the game myself. And that's cool, you know, I'd be the exact same way. I don't blame you. Enjoy it, playing solo, with a group of friends, however you want, that's completely your prerogative. Enjoy the game, but I want this stream to be a celebration, you know, kind of consolidating my community a little bit more. So when the game goes live, after I get past the prologue, the map starts opening up a little bit, I can host an open lobby. I'm going to start picking viewers from the stream to join me. They'll hop in VC, you can hop in my co-op game, we'll play a couple side quests. I'm going to try and keep all the gameplay side quest related, so that way we're not ruining the story for anyone else that's in the stream. I respect that. I know some people don't want certain things spoiled for them, so I'm going to try and respect that as much as I can, and I'm going to try and get as many people rotated in and out as much as possible. Ask me a question, just talk shit, share some video ideas, whatever comes to mind. That's a prime opportunity for you. So if that sounds interesting to you, then the way this is going to work is that you have to join my Discord. I'm going to be pulling people from the Discord into my VC from my server, and then from there we'll be inviting people into the game, and link to my Discord will be down in the pinned comment. The following day or a couple days later, really depending on how everything works out, I'm going to be doing it again, although the second time would be on PlayStation, and then maybe on Xbox or back to PC. It really depends. We're going to have to wait and see how everything goes, but if that sounds interesting to you, you want to join the Discord, link is down in the pinned comment. And the other thing is I revamped my Patreon, so if you want to support myself, the channel a little bit further, you obviously don't have to. Watching the videos is more than plenty. Hell, even commenting or leaving a like is miles ahead of anything I'd ask of you. But if you want to go even further, have your name posted in every description and screen of every video, certain tiers will be called out by name, then link to the updated Patreon will be down in the description as well. But like always guys, my name is Cynic. Thank you all so much for watching, especially if you stood all the way to the end. But until next time, I'll see y'all later, hopefully in that live stream.